Welcome to my life as a double agent, as a living, breathing paradox, paving the way for pleasurable coexistence between the density of human life and the expansiveness of the human soul, bringing you modern mysticism, where starseeds and lightworkers get to have it all: purpose and pleasure, family and success, spirituality and money. If you're ready to dive in, let's go. Hello and happy new week. I am glad to be back. Wow, so much has happened. Literally since I recorded last week, my life has completely changed. And I'm not even exaggerating. It is absolutely crazy. I think about how I felt at the end of the Pisces moon. I knew something big was coming. I had no idea this would be my life. But anyway, I will hopefully be able to tell you guys a little bit more about what's going on, what changes are occurring in my life soon. But today I really want to focus on the Akashic records again. I'm so in just the depth of the Akashic records at the moment, working with them. As you guys might know, I have a 3-day training that's currently running for free until the 1st of October. We've had so many people sign up and come into the training. It's just so awesome to see. Feedback is absolutely phenomenal. And my intention behind it is to really bring awareness to what the Akashic records are and to give you clarity as to whether or not you want to continue to work with them. I think that, for so many of us, and this was me at the beginning of my journey, I heard about the Akashic records and I was like, I want to learn more. But I wanted to learn them from a trusted source, and I just didn't really have anybody in my corner to do that at that stage. So I put it off, right? And then 1 year later, I felt the call to get an Akashic record reading, and then I was like, okay, I really have to dive into this now. But it took me 1 whole year from hearing about the Akashic records to actually starting to implement action with them. So this training is here to support you in gaining clarity and helping you and your intuition make a decision around, do I want to continue with this realm right now? Is right now the time? It's to give you as much information as I possibly can about the Akashic records, how to use them, who protects them, what they actually are, how to even say the opening prayer, what's involved in opening them, what's involved in this practice, so that you can make that conscious decision around, okay, do I want to continue this, or maybe is it just not time right now? And with the 3-day training, you'll have it forever. So there's no time limit on when you can access this training. There's no strings attached. It's just a gift from me to you. And if at the end of the period where I'm offering it, you decide you want to journey deeper with the Akashic records, you like my teaching style, you love the community that is connected around the 3-day training, then I'm going to invite you to come and join us in deepening your experience with the records. But of course, if not, I've done my job. I've helped you gain clarity around what it is you're meant to be doing with the Akashic records, and that feels so good for me too. So I'm excited. Like I said, until the 1st of October 2022, there's a link down below to come and join. When you join, you have to join the Akashic Sisterhood community, which is a free community. And the reason for that is because from now on, one of my main pillars in everything that I'm doing is community. And Mighty Networks has been an absolute gem to support this intention and this devotion. And I really just want to be able to create a safe space for women to drop into their desires and to look around for support when they need it and not feel judged, not feel pressured, not feel like they're being sold to. So I'm really excited about that. Like I said, all the links are down below. But we just did a Q&A. I'm doing 2 live Q&As over the course of these 2 weeks as this 3-day training is being offered to you guys. And some really awesome questions came through. Some questions that I experienced in my journey, questions that people were just resonating so big with. And I was thinking about what I could do my podcast about this week. I knew it was going to be on the Akashic Records, but I didn't quite know exactly what the topic was. It hadn't quite dropped through. And after we did that Q&A session, it just kind of came to me. I want to support you in opening up your gifts and figuring out which ones are your strongest ways of receiving. And this is a practice that's done, and it's actually done inside your Akashic Records. So this is something that I facilitated in my 8-week Akashic Record Reader certification program last week. It was really awesome, completely channeled, of course, in the Akashic Records, but if you are curious about how this even works or what this even looks like, basically, I led the beautiful women through an experience of opening up their Akashic Records, connecting with their Akashic Guardians, and then going through this process of checking in all the different ways of receiving, turning it on, turning it off, and really starting to sink into the energy of both their body and their channel to figure out where am I strongest in receiving and how do I, as a unique individual, receive divine information and divine flow. And this is so freaking important because one of the main questions that came up in the Q&A from the 3-day training was, I don't have a very strong third eye. Can I still receive from the Akashic Records? And this hit me because so many of us come with a preconceived idea around what it looks like to channel, what it looks like to receive divine information, because there is such an influx of people receiving in one certain way, and we see it, we hear about it, and the third eye is a very strong way of receiving throughout the collective, but it's not the only way. And so this practice, I want to support you in opening up your channels, recognizing which ones are your strongest ones of receiving, and maybe which one your Akashic Guardians want to support you in opening with your practice in the Akashic Records too. So the answer to that question is no. There are so many ways that you receive, and it gets even more complicated when we jump into the Akashic Records, because your guardians may want to switch on different methods of receiving different gifts inside the Akashic Records to support you in your soul's evolution in this lifetime, right? So it's not always black and white, but I hope and I pray, and my intention is that this practice supports you in understanding, I can switch on methods of receiving and I can switch some off. So when you go into your records, you are putting all of your energy and your focus and your attention into a couple of different ways that you receive, or maybe one, and then that flow is so much stronger because you're not trying to disperse yourself too thin at the beginning of your practice. Now, I open all of my channels, and if you are somebody who has Mercury in Libra, you most likely receive through all of the channels. They are probably all switched on, so having your awareness and your focus open to all of them is awesome and can be done. But this practice will show you which is your strongest, maybe which ones should you work on. So let's dive into it. So the second half of this is obviously going to be the practice. So I invite you to, if you are walking or doing something where you can't drop in fully, I invite you to save this until later. Please come back to it. You are going to just learn so much about yourself and the way that you are encoded to channel at the moment, how you're set up. So come back, save this for later, or if you are ready, drop down into the space. I just invite you to sit in a chair or lay down. It doesn't require a whole lot to drop into your Akashic Records, but if you feel the need, create some safety in the body. Create a really beautiful, cozy environment. If you feel called, this is a really beautiful practice. So create whatever support you need to support you. And I pray that you let me know how this goes for you. I'd be so curious to see what gifts are strong and active in the channel and the body, and maybe what guidance you received from your guardians too. I'd love, love, love to hear. All right, let's get to it. Getting cozy, getting comfy, settling into the space a little bit. And I just want you to take a really deep cleansing breath right down into the belly. And I find that when my energy is high, I really have to pull that air down to the depth of my belly. So if you need to take another deep breath, do that. And all we're doing now is signifying to the body that it's okay to be here. It's okay to be here. To completely let go of anywhere that our energy is pulling us, whether that be from your day to day or to what's going to happen next. And just allowing yourself to surrender into your own body, trusting that she's going to hold you through this. Letting the mind just start to relax. If it needs something to focus on, let it focus on the breath. Let your breath be the drum to remind it to be present. Because when we are present, we can see and feel and sense and receive all that we need. Releasing the tension in your shoulders and your neck, letting the jaw become soft and the eyes close softly. Allowing any part of you to just wriggle out that feels tense or like it's holding something from today, and just soften. And I want you to just start to rub your hands together just to create some energy. We're just signifying to the body that we're opening the portals of our hands right now to heal anything in our body that needs to be released. And when you're ready, letting your hands guide themselves to a part of your body that feels tense, feels anxious, and letting that energy that we just created from our hands dissipate through our being and release any energy that is not supportive for you right now. Taking a deep breath in and out, and releasing the hands if they feel called to drop. And I want you to start to connect down to Mama Earth. Start to feel into that connection that you have, and you feel with the earth beneath your feet. Whether you sink down energetically or you begin to visualize a cord that connects you, just let yourself go there for a minute. And in this connection, we're reminding our body that it's safe to be here and it's safe to be now. It's safe to open up. You're grounded. You're held. It's safe. It's safe. It's safe. And then allowing yourself to come back and just bringing your awareness into the center of your chest if you can, whatever that looks like for you. If your mind or your consciousness doesn't want to go there, actually feeling it with your fingertips, touching your body and awakening that center, tapping it if you feel called. And all you're doing now is waking up that channel that lives within the center of your being. And it's time to come online. It's time to open up. It's safe. And if you're tapping, tap a little harder just to remind that channel, hey, we're waking up. And I want you to begin to visualize a channel, a beam of light that shines from the core of your being down to the center of the earth and up to the heavens above. And just allow that to begin to expand and open and envelop you in a white or golden light. This channel not only connects you, but it protects you. And if you feel called, now is your time to call in your guides or any other energies to support you in protection. Whether that be Archangel Michael, your guides, or any other deities, this is your time to call them in and ask for their protection to surround you and your body. But know your channel is enough. It is sovereign and it is protected. And in a moment, we're going to begin to open your records. But in this moment, I want you to ask any part of you to step aside that's pulling you away. Any fear, any doubt, any anxiety, just let it take a seat and watch you do this practice. And I want you to set the intention that from this moment, any messages that you receive through any channel is for you and you only. No matter where it comes from, no matter how it's delivered, it's for you. Taking a deep breath in. And I want you to begin to travel up your channel, starting that connection to the Akashic records. And I'm going to say the prayer, and when it comes to the name, I'm going to leave it blank. And I want you to repeat your name. If you need to whisper, that's fine. We gather together in light. We gather together in love. We gather together in knowing the messages from above. Through the Akashic records, we understand our greatness. Through the Akashic records, we understand what's there. This prayer will help deliver us there. I wish to know, through the light of the Akashic records, help me to see through the light of the Akashic records. Help me to feel through the light of the Akashic records. I wish to know through the light of the Akashic records. Help me to see through the light of the Akashic records. Help me to feel through the light of the Akashic records. And the records are now open. And just allow your body to sink into the energy. Remind your body that it's okay to hold this. whether you need to tap this frequency into your body, tapping your chest, tapping your womb, tapping your hands, your third eye, wherever you feel like you need to integrate this, do that now. The more we allow our body to lead the way, the deeper we can receive. And I want you to start to open up that channel of receiving that actually comes through sensation. So imagine that you have all of these channels, these portals throughout your body, and just begin to close the ones down from the top of your head, the third eye, the crown. Just gently close that for a moment. Your ears, your throat, close them down. And this is your chance to ask your Akashic Record guardians to drop sensation down. Let it ripple through your body. Ask them what it feels like to receive here. Let me feel what it feels like to receive a message through my body. Show me. Let my body feel it. Remember to breathe. Remember to move. Remember to do the human things that your body needs. Whether it's your eyes twitching, or your throat getting scratchy, or pains in your body, don't judge it. Just let it show you. And this is not about understanding. This is about feeling. And taking a deep breath, thanking your guardians, and now closing down that channel and opening up your third eye. So allowing yourself to shift the energy, do something in your body to signify senses are now closed. I'm moving my consciousness, my awareness to my third eye. Bringing your eyes physically up to looking at the space in between your eyebrows and allowing that to open. Tap that center if you need. We're waking the third eye up. We're shifting, we're moving. This is what speed looks like. Teach your body it's okay to move between the centers. And allow your focus to go to your third eye. And simultaneously take the pressure off there too. And I want you to ask your guardians to drop down a vision of where you're going. Absolutely no judgment and no trying to understand what that vision is. Whether it's colors, shapes, symbols, written words, buildings. Whether it's a flash or it's more of a picture in motion, just let it play for a minute and fully devote yourself to it. And taking a deep breath. Thanking your guardians for dropping that through. And closing down that third eye, again, moving the body in a way that signifies we're changing, we're moving. We're bringing our focus and attention to another portal of receiving. And now I want you to open up the channel of your ears. And just allowing that beam to fully open up. And know that this is so different for all of us. And this is one we are all learning as a collective to strengthen. So just placing that energy and that focus into either the outside of your ears, or maybe it's just where your jaw is, whether you need to tap or touch that place, or visualize them actually opening, do that now. And I want you to ask your guardians to provide you some insight into your own Akashic record reading business through your ears. Anything. A song, a whisper, a tingle, a sensation. What do you need to hear about your business right now? And again, thanking them, taking a deep breath, doing something to signify we're moving, we're switching, closing down the ears, letting them cool off if they were burning, and opening up the crown. Bringing your awareness and your energy up to the crown, physically tapping it open if that's where you feel called. Feeling that hot beam of energy come through the crown, or the tingling sensation on your scalp. Allow this to fully open. Remind your body it's okay to switch this quickly. And I want you to ask your guardians, what do I need to remember about myself right now to support me? And letting that drop through like you already knew it. Like a memory file has just been pulled up and you instantly remember. Again, thanking them. Deep breath. We're going to do 2 more. Closing down the crown and opening up the throat chakra, allowing that channel within your throat to fully open up, dropping down your awareness, bringing the energy, allowing it to open up. And I want you to ask your guardians, what do I need to communicate about right now? And actually letting this come out in a sound or a moan, just fully allowing that to actually come out of the voice box. It's gonna feel sticky and rusty. It always does at the beginning. But just let that channel fully open up. And if you could fully release what that sounds like, can you fully give yourself to that channel? Deep breath. Thanking your guardians. And now I want you to be intuitively led to another way of receiving. This way, I really want you to feel that pull, feel that magnetism. Where else do you receive messages? For some, it's through the womb. For others, it's through the heart. Maybe it's through your hands. But close the throat and allow that other channel, the one you're feeling divinely called to fully open up. And for the last time in this session, dropping your energy, your awareness, your focus, your devotion into that channel. Like it's the only way that you receive. Allow it to fully come online. Asking your guardians to activate this. And what does that feel like? What senses does that bring to your body? What is that for you? Allow the energy to pour through that channel. Thanking your guardians, taking a deep breath. And just for a moment, allowing whatever channel that wants to open up, fully open up. Let the body move a little bit, integrate all of these channels in one. And just for a moment, I want you to ask your guardians to show you which ones are your strongest. Allow them to guide you to which ones they want to support you in fully activating and opening. And just let that exchange happen naturally for a moment, becoming aware of all of the ways that you receive. Thanking them when you get a sign. Thanking them for their time, for their wisdom. And I want you just to begin tapping the body right in the center of your chest, thanking you and your highest self for creating and leading us to the space of the Akashic records, and signifying to your body that okay to close down now. Thanks for opening up. And we want to come back to the body, dropping back down through the channel and just allowing that channel to close and begin constricting, so it's just a thin stream of light that beams through the core of our being. Thanking the guardians of the Akashic records, the pinnacle, your higher self, and repeating after me, the records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. And I want you just to sink back into your seat. Do something in your body to shake any energy that you do not need to carry with you tonight. Allow it to integrate into your being a little bit and just drop back down to that connection with Mama Earth. Reminding your body and your mind and your energetic field that we're human. It's okay to recalibrate for a moment. It's okay to feel a little buzzy and lightheaded. It's normal. And opening your eyes when you feel cold. How are you feeling after that practice? I'd be so curious to know. I finished recording and editing this, and now as I finish, the sun is beaming on my face. So I send you this beautiful, warm energy, all of the sun codes. And I invite you, after we just took that massive journey together, to take care of yourself, to nourish your body, drink lots of water, go and stand in the earth, do the human things, get back into the human way of living. But maybe before you do that, this is your opportunity to reflect, to write down. And if you want to be seen in this moment, come and share your experience inside Akashic community. We would absolutely love to celebrate you, to see you, and to just witness you after you took this incredible journey and celebrate your connection to self. I am so happy that you did this. I'm so grateful that you trusted me to journey with you to your Akashic records to facilitate this connection. And if you'd love to continue to hear content like this, please let me know. And if you know somebody who would really enjoy and would love this practice, please pass it on. I'd be so grateful. And I will see you next week.